Hello everybody, King of Clubs back once again. This time coming at you guys to talk about Patreon. Now a couple years ago I had made a video about Patreon and was designing a Patreon to release, but never actually released it. It was an idea that at the time I wasn't fully invested in and not feeling it at the time, and it was like a kind of as a whim that I was creating it. So I never actually published it, never actually released it. Now I'm in the process of actually creating a Patreon, and by the time that this video goes up, it'll either be published or in the process of being published. So hopefully you guys will see this close to the time that the Patreon is already active. Anyway, so that's what we're here to talk about. I'm doing a Patreon, I'm launching a Patreon, and that's what this whole little video is about. I'm just going to be talking about the tiers, talking about what you guys can expect from the starting out version of it. And so yeah, we're going to get right into that, and that's what we're going to focus on today. So, starting with tier 1. All patrons will get a shout out in a video. New patrons will get shouted out in a soon video, or an upcoming video. That's what I'm trying to say. Upcoming video. So what that means is that, let's say you join on a Monday, by that Friday you'll be shouted out in a video, and then patrons, all patrons will get credit in the descriptions of my videos going forward. So you'll get a shout out in one video and credit in the description of all videos afterwards. So that starts at the $1 Patreon mark. Patreon, first, the $1 tier also includes access to exclusive polls and discussions that will only be available on the Patreon website. So that's something else you guys can look forward to as well. Also, I'm going to start trying to do some Q&A segments, either here on Twitch or on like a future video. Like I'll sit down and record it on my laptop, and take from whatever questions that you guys have, and then go from there. I'll figure out a way to do it. But if you're a part of the Patreon, at the $1 mark you get a higher priority. So what that means is that I won't be focused on just random people as much. I'll be focusing more on the patrons, more on those who are actually invested in the product and in the process. So you'll get priority if you join Patreon starting at the $1 tier. Now the $1 tier is referred to as the Patreon exclusive feature tier, or just the feature tier if you want to shorten it up. The next tier is at the $5 tier. $5 mark is called the Patreon exclusive content tier. And what that means is that you have all the access to the previous tier. You have the shout out that you get the polls and discussions, and you also get priority for the Q&A. Plus, on top of that, you get access to Patreon only videos that you won't be able to find on Twitch. You won't be able to find it on YouTube. It'll only be available on Patreon. You also have access to a Discord group which I've created. It's only for Patreon members starting at the $5 mark and up. So that's the Patreon exclusive content tier, or just the content tier if you want to shorten that up. Now going further than that, let's say you want more than just access to the exclusive content, more than access to the exclusive features. I'm also offering higher tiers that give you actual like material rewards. So starting at the $10 mark, we have what's called the starter care package. So you get access to the previous stuff. You get access to getting your shout out. You get access to getting into the polls and discussions. You get access to Q&A priority. You get access to the patron only videos. You get access to the Discord group. You get all of that stuff. Plus, you get access to a care package. Now, all care packages, starting with the starter care package, get a signed postcard by me. Good look at that. Sorry about the glare. That's the front side, and that's a look at the back side. Here in this little blank space is where I will actually sign it for you guys. I will sign the postcard That'll be included. Those are included. Excuse me, in all care packages. That's one of the things you get in this care package. You also get a small magnet with a design of your choice. Small magnet about this size. It's a 2x2 square magnet. Stick it on your refrigerator, stick it on your filing cabinet, wherever you want to put your magnets at. So you get access to one of those. You also get access to a small button which you can pin on like clothing. You can try and get it out of the glare there. Pin it on, you know, your backpack, whatever you want to do. Use it for decoration. It's you get one of each plus a small poster. Poster's not very big. They're I think like 4x6. So it's a small poster, but that's all included in this starter care package. You get to choose what design you get, and I'll post up when I'm editing this video. I'll post what designs you can see. It'll be a variety of different designs and logos to choose from. You get your choice. That's just the starter care package, so you get that care package plus all the stuff from the previous tiers at the $10 mark. Now, let's say you want more. Everybody wants more but better. So we're going to move on to our next tier. The $20 tier is called the Enhanced Care Package. Now that gives you access to all the previous stuff. Gives you access to the shoutouts, the polls, the Q&A priority, the videos, this Discord. It gives you the basic care package setup, which gives you your magnet with your choice of design, button, choice of design, poster, choice of design, signed postcard. You also get a Patreon exclusive poster, a Patreon exclusive magnet, and a Patreon exclusive button. Designs that you can only get through Patreon that you will not find on the store. The other designs you can find on my shop, on my merchandise store. You will not be able to find the Patreon exclusive designs at that store. You can only get through the Patreon, and you can only get through the $20 or higher tiers. And moving on, now let's see if you want more than that. Let's say you want something even beyond that. We've got we've got a little something here called the Extreme Care Package. The Extreme Care Package is a higher tier. It's a $50 tier. $50 tier. Now that's crazy. Some people are like, that's a lot to invest in. But here's the little deal. We'll talk about this in more in depth, but the care package tiers, you don't have to remain subscribed to. You can do it as a one-time subscription to get your goodies. But we'll talk more about that in a moment. Right now I want to talk about what you can do in terms of, or what you get from the Extreme Care Package. So the Extreme Care Package, you get all the stuff from the previous setups. You get the shoutouts in the videos. You get the access to the polls and discussions. You get the priority Q&A. You get the access to the Patreon exclusive videos. You get the access to the Discord group. And then you get your care package, which includes 2 magnets, 1 Patreon exclusive design, 1 your choice. 2 buttons, 1 Patreon exclusive, 1 your choice. Signed postcard. 2 posters, 1 your choice of design and 1 Patreon exclusive design. Plus, you get a t-shirt included as well. So let's say you like this design of the UPW shirt, you can get one of those. Or one of the many other designs which I'll have shown in the video whenever I edit this. That's at the Extreme mark. At the Extreme Care Package, which is the $50 tier, you get all those goodies. Now, let's say you love the product. Hopefully you do. Hopefully you love what you see. But you want more. There is another tier. There's one more tier. And that's at the $100 tier. It's called the Ultimate Care Package. Crazy. Just wild. So at the $100 tier, you get access to all the previous stuff. All the previous stuff. So that's the shoutouts, Discord, videos, discussions, priority Q&A. You get your care package, which will include postcard, 2 magnets, 1 design of your choice, one design exclusive for Patreon. Buttons, 2 of them. One design your choice, one design exclusive to Patreon. 2 posters, one your choice, one exclusive to Patreon. A t-shirt of your choice. And then at the $100 mark, you get all of that stuff, plus you get your choice of one of 2 options. You can either go with a Patreon exclusive hoodie, which is pretty nice. Especially it's great for the cold season. I know we're getting into summer now, so probably not the biggest time to be selling it, but whatever. But let's say you live in an area that doesn't ever really get cold. You don't want the hoodie, you want something else. That's why I'm giving you guys the options. You can have the option of either a Patreon exclusive hoodie or 2 more t-shirts. One Patreon exclusive t-shirt and one additional shirt of your choice. So let's say, you know, you're not big on hoodies, you have access to 3 shirts instead of just one, or a shirt and a hoodie if you prefer that. But that's what I want to talk to you guys about. Those are the tiers for Patreon. Now, what I was mentioning earlier is that with the higher tiers, with the care package tiers, starting at the $10 and going up tiers, let's say you like those goodies, but you don't want to constantly invest that much money into it. I get it. I completely understand. This is the nice thing about Patreon. You can subscribe for 1 month. Let's say you just want to put in, let's say you want that $50 tier. Let's say you want that shirt and that care package. You want that care package? Cool. Subscribe to the $50 Patreon for 1 month. After that, you can drop down to $5 or $1, or you can even completely drop out completely. That's your choice. I will still send you your care package. You just have to be in the tier that you're going for 1 month to get your goodies. That's the cool thing about Patreon, is that you want to get all the good stuff. You can subscribe to the highest tier for 1 month and then drop down to the lowest tier if you like all that extra stuff. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about here. That's all that. That's the whole purpose of this video, is just to talk about Patreon, talk about the stuff that's coming soon. It's going to be launched probably within the next, hopefully it'll be up and launched by the time this video hits YouTube. Hopefully. I'm going to take this, I'm going to edit it, I'm going to put it on YouTube and then probably launch it on Twitch as well. But I wanted to thank you guys for tuning in. This is hopefully going to be a big thing going forward. Hopefully going to really branch out the community. That is the goal. But until then, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.